son est bon comme ça. Je crois que c'est bon. Attends, j'ai rajouté dans le titre la meilleure série. Tyrion Lannister, the Northerners we never forget. Je sais pas qu'on m'entend bien. Tu m'entends pas? Pourquoi quand j'en ferai rester sur ma maison?
The great Jaime Lannister, Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
Set free by the women. You'd think he'd done it himself the way he tells it. Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know.
Cool, Jimmy.
Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all over it. Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You? You'll never have a sword like that. And I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest.
I will. You'll see.
Of course, your lordship. After you take your rightful place on the Iron Throne.
J'aime bien.
I had a hand in it, you
américain.
know.
A hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next, he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
J'ai même pas écouté, donc vaut pas que je réponde.
No one never lets the truth stand in the way of a good story.
You captured the
Kingslayer.
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What'd I tell you?
Brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
Not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story. It grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on. It's your job.
I don't take orders from you.
No, but you take orders from him. Idiot, you're his squire. Now fetch him some wine.
Thank
Il
you,
veut pas lui a donné des ordres.
Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries.
Je suis pas Jimmy, Jimmy.
His honor is beyond reproach. House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field plowed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged
Jimmy,
poor Norrin across the
Il obéit pas
battle.
aux ordres, Jimmy. C'est un des chefs. C'est ça bizarre. C'est pas un officier.
Tonight we celebrate.
Mais je crois que c'est pas vraiment l'histoire de Megamo, je crois que c'est là. À voir.
To Robb Stark, the king in
Robb
the
Stark.
north.
Bien sûr. Mais frérot, t'es du sud, toi.
March on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has
Lannister,
been
c'est
given
pas
the
un
greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army
rien.
and ride as the vanguard.
Je vais me taire, je comprends rien.
Lots of favors. Onward to Casterly Rock!
To the Lannisters!
The North remembers!
Got it.
Ah,
Yes,
je
my
suis pas
lord.
Demi.
I need you
Ah,
to keep an eye out for Roderick.
je suis attends,
As
je
his
comprends
father,
rien.
I could not be more proud of the man
Ouais, je
he's
suis pas
become.
Demi en fait.
On a
Ouais,
night
il est où,
like
mais-
this, men find false
Sur le
courage
bien,
at the
c'était pas
bottom of
logique.
their cups.
Demi, il est pas dans le
I'd
nord.
rather he were here.
Yes,
Il est
my
pas
lord.
du tout
There's also the question.
écussier, écurie, je sais pas comment on dit.
It's been on my mind for a while now. Something must be done.
What do you mean?
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever.
Écuyer,
How
voilà.
shall I reward your loyalty?
Donc
What
on sur
can
le
I
bien.
offer you? You certainly well.
To bring honor to House Forrester, my lord.
You have more honor than those who were born to it. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire,
Je m'en fous,
but as
c'est
the
quand même
equal of
rapide.
any
Hein.
man who serves House Forrester.
Mais bon, ça doit être
It's
naturel.
well deserved, Garrett. Your hard work has paid off.
So I'm no longer a squire?
As of tomorrow, no. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight, and I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Bloody hell. Squire, fetch us more wine.
Can you give me a hand? Come on. Make it up to you.
Yeah, no problem.
I have been a squire longer than you.
So?
I outrank you. You should help me. Fetch more wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk, liar, and an arrogant prick.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much worse.
What the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norin. See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was
Oh,
the
bien.
greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms.
Parle bien de moi.
I suppose this beats pig farming.
Don't get angry with me. We're no different, you and I.
Aye, but I'm not the son of a pig farmer. My father had dignity.
Je sais pas pour qui il se prend le mec. Là, je l'aide et il me parle mal.
All I'm saying is, at this rate, we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life.
Comment,
Pulling
frérot?
line around a fucking wedding. What a waste of fucking time.
Give it time. You'll get there.
Not easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it. How much further?
It's right over there. Take your time.
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood. Fucking phrase. Nice night for a wedding. Not often he finds a willing husband for one of his daughters.
Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett. What? What's wrong? Just run into you. You're acting rather odd. You've had too much wine.
Nothing. I'm fine.
I'm so glad to hear it. Now take the fucking flagon already.
Les oreilles, on casse ta mère.
What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Owen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush.
We have to warn the others.
Good luck. Oh!
Mais j'ai rien compris. Je pose ma glace. Mais je peux. Je vais bégayer parce que je pensais pas que j'allais mourir. Désolée, mec, vraiment. Le faux, je pouvais sauver une personne, je l'ai pas fait. Non, là, je me sens pas bien. Enfin, il était pas gentil avec moi en plus. Je vais pas dire bien fait, mais bon, c'était pas mon ami quoi. Gentil. Quel homme. J'espère qu'il va devenir roi cet homme. J'espère vraiment. Il mérite en tout cas de devenir roi, vraiment. Pour moi, il fuit pas, je trouve ça incroyable. Mais j'appuie sur Q, je te jure, j'appuie sur Q. Je te jure. Je m'appelle comment moi en fait?
Good fucking riddance.
Garrett, did you find Roderick?
Speak up, Garrett.
I tried to save him, but there was nothing I could do.
Where's my squire? You didn't leave him, did you? What happened to him?
I didn't leave him. I couldn't save him.
Find a
Ouais,
weapon.
t'as repris un peu, je sais pas. J'ai pas envie de dire qu'il a abandonné parce que c'était pas mon intention, vraiment pas. Donc voilà. Même si ça y ressemblait, on va dire, mais c'était vraiment pas mon intention. J'espère qu'on m'entend. Si on m'entend pas, problème.
You fucking traitor. Go, my lord, while there's still time. Seven hells.
We have to keep moving, my lord.
I'd never make it. They'll hunt us down like dogs.
On the phrase this time, don't.
Guard this with your life. Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste. I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors.
What the phrase
You
have to go.
You're welcome to the fucking torch.
I will do as you command, my lord.
You have served me well. I know I can count on you.
Tell your uncle.
Tell him the North Grove must never be lost.
Tell no one but him. Do you understand?
You must swear.
Tell only your Uncle Duncan.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Hey, it's those foresters.
On your honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters. We love
Parrain! Wow, l'incroyable mur. Trop bien de trop Game of Thrones. Même les titres. C'est Game of Thrones. Peut-être. Une glace. Elle est vraiment pas bonne, elle est au café. Si t'as le choix, choisis celle à vanille.
Blood. Fresh.
Parle bien. Parle bien du jeu. Ouais, mais c'est vrai qu'il y a... Voilà quoi. C'est comme... ouais. Tout important, c'est l'histoire.
That's Father's car.
Lord Bolton better give us fucking titles for this.
Lord Bolton,
And to maybe
le méchant.
but at least still have his bacon.
Si je me trompe pas, hein. C'est des méchants, eux, je suis sûre. Regarde ce qu'ils font. Oh, bande de psychopathes, va. Oh là là. Bande de fous. Dégoûté.
Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
C'est mon père.
I said move on. Unless you want to get fed to the fucking pigs. I recognize you. You're a Forrester squire. Former Stark bannermen have no claim on land anymore. Or haven't you heard? The Starks are dead.
C'est pas vrai. Les Stark ne seront
Where'd
jamais
you
morts.
get that sword?
C'est pas tes affaires, BT.
Not a chance that sword is
psychopathe.
his. Must have stolen it. Out here by
Ça ne se regarde
himself.
pas.
Probably a deserter.
None of your fucking business.
Voilà, non, il fucking business, BT.
We're gonna feed you to the fucking pigs.
Ok, je vais avoir mon baston.
That sword's too big for you, boy. You can barely pick it up.
Get off my land!
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North. I reckon he likes a
Jamais.
proper lordly sword like that.
No.
Oh, ils
I'll
ont...
have that sword, boy.
T'auras rien du tout. Je peux te le dire, t'auras rien du tout. Va te faire foutre.
Fuck
You. Voilà. C'est tellement mieux en anglais. J'adore. Fuck you. Y'a pas à se faire dépousser comme ça.
Finish this fucking pig farmer. Pathetic.
La fourche, la fourche,
You're
la
a pig
fourche.
farmer, aren't you?
Je préfère la fourche. Voilà. Betty va. T'as déjà abandonné toi, Betty. Va prendre l'épée, va prendre l'épée. Oh. Voilà.
Mercy. Please. I beg of you. I have a family. They'll never survive without me. I have no quarrel with you. I was only following orders.
Je suis pas une tueuse, moi. Je te jure, je suis pas une tueuse. En plus, lui, il a pas tué les cochons et tout. Juste, il suit, quoi. Il suit les ordres. Mais fais le mal avec moi. Essaye de me tuer. T'es mort.
Lord Whitefield will see you hang for this. That much I
Lui,
promise.
oui, il pourra partir, lui. Voilà, dégage. Dégagez.
Father?
Garrett, you survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid. I tried to stop them.
Voilà, ils ont
I'll
tué
kill
ma
the
soeur.
man who did this.
Oh là là, ils ont tué ma soeur et mon père. C'est horrible, dès le début. Mais ouais, je tuerais. Ils ont fait ça. C'est horrible, ils ont tué ma soeur. Et mon père.
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Moi, c'est Gareth, mon prénom.
Garrett!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly!
Two Whitehill soldiers and a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you. But the Whitehills won't see it that way.
It was justice. They got what they deserved.
They did indeed. We can't let the Whitehills just walk all over us. These maggots ought
Ouais,
to
Game
help
of
prevent
Thrones,
infection.
incroyable, là, j'adore. Il y a
Hold the
encore,
window
c'est
open
exactement
for me,
comme
would
Walking Dead, mais Game of Thrones, c'est trop bien. Avec les choix et tout. Et là, en plus, j'aime bien lui, le pauvre, il vient de se... Aïe. C'est... Ah, mais c'est exactement comme Game of Thrones, ça me dégoûte. Hein? Qu'est-ce qu'il fait? Pourquoi? Pourquoi tu fais ça? Ça me
These
dégoûte.
are dark days, I fear.
Pourquoi tu
To
fais
lose the
ça?
lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal.
Pourquoi vous faites ça, s'il vous plaît? Ça me dégoûte.
Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man,
Moi,
but
je
he
vais me
would have made a
venger.
good
Ils ont tué
lord.
mon père et
Roderick
ma
and
sœur.
Lord Forrester. We can avenge them.
And attack
Je veux
House
les
Frey.
venger.
Now is the time to find allies, not enemies. The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now. Although he is young, and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit.
Bien, frérot, tu m'as mis des
Hold this for
larves.
me, will you?
T'as encore là?
I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft.
He gave me a message to deliver.
A message? About what? What did he tell you?
Get my uncle. I was told only to tell him.
Your uncle? I see. Must be rather important, then. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg. Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
The Ironwood Grove. An ironwood shield.
The strongest wood in the known world. You seem to be favoring it. Always sad to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine, Maester Otengren. Look, I'll show you.
Stylé. Moi, je suis pas là. Oh, ah, Lord, c'est mon ami.
Lord Forrester. It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good. Roderick. He was our best warrior by far. Ryan. Never easy being the fourth-born son. Lady Forrester. She's always been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself.
C'est gentil, ça.
Mira. Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home. Talia and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now. Asher. Exiled to Essos, unfortunately.
Fortunately.
I may be mistaken. You do seem able to put weight on it.
Oui, frérot, je t'avais dit.
Rather cute little creatures, aren't they?
I guess. This might help.
Did your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you. Why do the Whitehills hate the Forresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
Who is the new Lord of House Forrester?
Why, Ethan, of course. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve whichever noble house I was assigned. Advising the late Lord Forrester was an honor. Advising Ethan, his third-born son, is challenging. There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands. Which is rather frightening when you think about it.
What will happen to me now?
Excellent question. Under normal circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men. Although given the circumstances of your... circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it? I suppose it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
Lord Forrester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a squire, if that matters.
It might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
Can I see Ethan? Is he here?
He is, but I'm afraid he's indisposed at the moment. He prefers not to be disturbed while practicing his lute.
Can I go now?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family... I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on. Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
He was a hero, my lady. The bravest man on the battlefield by far.
C'est vrai.
Yet he was unable to save his own son.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion, but if you can remember anything...
He fought valiantly, my lady.
Of course he did. He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember. It would mean so much to the family.
He asked me to return this to House Forrester. He said this is where it belongs. With his family.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Against aggression. Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the White Hills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay
Pire,
Snow,
le
the
pire.
bastard.
Quel est le diable,
Garrett, you
exactement?
understand what this means. You killed a Bolton,
Sale
and
malade,
Ramsay Snow will
Ramsay
want
Snow.
his retribution.
Les Bolton.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution. This happened on Forrester land.
They killed my family.
And they'll pay for what they've done. That much, I promise. But now is not the time
ça
for
me
vengeance.
donne. Ah,
Not
mais
now.
c'est pas grave.
When?
We have to be
Jon Snow l'a
smart.
défoncé.
Ramsay
donc,
Snow will
c'est
be
vu
here
passer
within the week.
Maintenant.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
La,
I would have us use
baston
our
était
heads
incroyable.
while they're still
Après, on va aller
attached
la
to
voir
our
après
shoulders.
l'épisode.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard.
We should demand justice.
Aye. Justice on their terms, which means they'll have your head.
Justice is taken, not demanded. Then what's to be done?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this. I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
I'd have done the same, as any man would.
It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay? Duncan?
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
You're sending him to the wall?
To
The
the
boy's
wall.
done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution. Especially now, when the house is so vulnerable. I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best. To stay would bring destruction upon us all. I know that's not what you want. I know it's difficult to understand. But you must think of the house.
I won't put others at risk.
C'est vrai, je veux pas mettre les autres en danger.
I'll go.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
That settles it then.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you.
Je suis recherché carrément, punaise.
Were it up to me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given a chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you put in the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great-uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
I'll do what's best.
Which often isn't what's easiest, but necessary nonetheless.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What?
Lord Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
Sorry. You caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I assume you kept your word. You haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett.
Of course not. I told no one.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you. from this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help.
But
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house.
Ok.
But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help. Iron from ice.
iron from ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the wall will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll serve with honor.
I know you will.
Au revoir. Au revoir les gars.
Garrett, wait!
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
Be safe.
Merci. Merci. Au revoir.
Ethan! Ethan!
I couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he was smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
I win!
Congratulations, your lordship.
Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Podreal,
Fine,
c'est...
she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
Podreal, c'est où encore? Attends. C'est chez qui? C'est la maison de qui? Ah, Port-Réal, c'est Westeros, donc je crois que c'est où Daenerys est, non? Peut-être que je dis vraiment n'importe quoi. Euh, Ah ouais, c'est ça, c'est la maison Targaryen. Elle y est, si je me trompe pas, non? Les résidents. Ah, donc, ouais, Port-Réal, en fait, c'est c'est une grande capitale, en fait, où il y a plusieurs maisons. Ouais, c'est ça, le fondateur, c'est les Targaryens. Ouais, où il y a énormément de maisons, en fait, c'est pas forcément une maison. Il y a une maison Stark, une maison Targaryen. Ah non, plus maintenant? Ah, mais non, eux, ils disent de maintenant. Dans le jeu, ouais. Ouais, il y a toutes les maisons, en fait.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
I don't know what he did to get sent away like that.
Garrett is strong. He can take care of himself.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself.
He doesn't know me, or what I'm capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know, but I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword, like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
C'est vrai.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah! Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then
Le
everything
pauvre, le
changed.
psy.
Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training. He never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I don't want to get angry, but I may have to. Father did sometimes.
But you're nice. Everybody says that about you.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
As many as you'd like, yes.
Really?
Of course. Why not?
Why not? C'est vrai?
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were Lord, I would command Ethan to stay, with his family. Lord Whitehill is a mean old man anyways.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Désolé les gars, mais on m'a... J'ai des devoirs en fait, mais je promets que je reviens si vous voulez après, directement après. Je peux faire les deux. Je peux être chef et être avec vous. J'ai l'impression qu'Ethan, il va pas faire long feu.
They showed
Je
up
sais pas pourquoi.
unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather.
Je crois qu'il va pas faire long feu.
Explain to Lord Ethan why they're here.
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction.
C'est moi qui vais devoir choisir.
Decisive and firm.
Aïe,
Now do
aïe.
it again with
Ok.
these bastards.
Je dois
Let's
faire de
not
vraies
do
décisions.
something rash. Things are bad enough as it
Je peux m'en
is.
occuper, je suis une
I
bonne
can
homme.
handle Lord Whitehill.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is.
Ok,
He's got
je vais
five
essayer
times
de
as
juste lui
many
dire
men and the backing of House
calmement,
All the more
mais
reason to
sûrement.
stand up for ourselves.
Ça,
Only
c'est incroyable
cowards
que je
and
puisse
dead
choisir,
men.
je puisse vraiment faire les vrais choix. Gouverner, tout simplement, je trouve ça incroyable. C'est trop bien. Je suis très nulle, moi, pour... Je sais pas. Je vais voir.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life.
I may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. You're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Young? You are that boy. Too young to know when you're in over your head. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt?
Qu'est-ce qu'il me parle de paille de sel, je comprends pas.
No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
J'ai rien à dire.
Bloody Foresters. Does little Lord Forrester know how to speak? You Foresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries, you cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
That's enough, Lord Whitehill.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Que voulez-vous? Tu veux quoi, toi?
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Menteur.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
That's not how it happened.
And you admit it was your man who killed my men? And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
Bonne
You
réponse.
lost pig farmers, not soldiers. Soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I took care of it. He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
Bien dit.
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
This is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own, that the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Pourquoi tu mens? Je t'ai pas menti, BT.
We're in the right, Lord Whitehill. Remember that.
Remember that. Il a intérêt à s'en souvenir. Toi, tu vas voir. Il a tué les parents. Le
Your
père
son
et la
did well, my lady. He kept his wits while Lord Whitehill lost his temper.
Cool, j'ai bien
A
fait.
lesser man would have been rattled, but Ethan here held his ground.
Cool, merci.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare
Je
a
n'aurai
raven.
jamais contre ce
We need to
type,
send word to
contre ce
Mira
violeur.
and King's Landing at once.
Jamais. Il disait quoi? Ouais, on a complètement le droit.
Your sister can help us.
Il a tué
Although
le
just a
père.
handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady
Mar-
Marjorie's betrothal
Marguerite.
to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay.
Attends, c'est pas elle?
If it's presented to her as it should be.
Non, c'est pas Marianne. Non, je me trompe. Marguerite. C'est stylé, je suis tout le monde. C'est pas qu'une personne, ça c'est vraiment cool. C'est vraiment stylé, j'aime bien. Oh, c'est trop cool.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to
Attends, je vois. Marguerite, c'est pas la mère de... Pardon. Ouais, de... Ah non, c'est pas la mère, c'est carrément... Ah, elle me semblait bien. Mais je sais pas si il parle de elle. Donc, elle me semblait bien, c'est carrément la femme de... Bah, ça a été la femme de Tommen et de l'autre psychopathe. Mm. Ouais.
Lady Elena.
C'est cool si on la voit elle.
Ethan made this for me.
Ouais.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos. Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances.
Marjorie.
I miss all of you,
ouais,
and I look forward to the day you can.
Marjorie. Ouais, Marjorie. C'est cool, vraiment qu'on la voit.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday. King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Ok, je vais essayer.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you.
Ne
I can come
dérange
back
pas.
later if you'd like.
Non, t'inquiète.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Mais bien. Qu'est-ce qu'il fait?
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Ah.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
J'adore.
You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
What did they say?
Cersei, moi je suis pas confiante.
I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
C'est ça qui m'intéresse, les Stark. C'est ma maison, les
I hope you're
Stark.
not in any kind of trouble.
Papa, elle.
But I thought you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there.
C'est vrai. C'est vrai,
Good
c'est
night,
vrai.
lady.
Merci. Bonne nuit à toi, mon gars. Marjorie! Quelle
Lady
est belle.
Marjorie, you're early. I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come.
Toujours
there's
gros
something we must
décolleté comme dans la
discuss.
série. Elle est super belle.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as
Au
my
jardin.
handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Ah, ça me fait plaisir.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own.
Oh.
What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
I'm not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me.
Elle est trop
She demands
gentille.
an audience. She
Avec moi, en
wants an
tout cas.
apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I cannot apologize, my lady. I'm not a traitor.
I know you're not, but you must find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Je suis trop fidèle à moi-même pour dire pardon alors que j'ai rien fait.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
Mais j'adore, je suis après dans la série et je suis tellement fan de la série. C'est mon rêve d'être dans cette série limite. Non, j'abuse. Non, non, pas du tout même.
You'll be fine. I know you will.
Je me ferai tuer
You
en
may
5
feel
secondes.
one thing, but you must say another.
J'adore. Je fais tout mon possible pour l'apaiser, vraiment. Mais je suis trop nulle pour apaiser les gens.
Good luck.
Je sais pas. Merci. Merci. Ok, Cersei. Tyrion, il y a Tyrion. Tyrion. Je l'aime trop, Tyrion.
You can do this.
Tyrion, c'est mon... Je l'aime trop. Tyrion, je l'aime trop. C'est un de mes personnages préférés. Jon Snow, Daenerys, Tyrion, Jaime. C'est plus ou moins mes personnages préférés. Oh là là, et Cersei.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking
J'aime
lovely
beaucoup
this
aussi.
evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace?
Tyrion, j'aime beaucoup Tyrion, vraiment.
With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Ok, bonne chance à moi.
I am honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
Pourquoi je m'agenouillerais tes coups,
House
toi?
Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet, for centuries, the
pourtant quoi?
Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
They are noble, not traitors, Your Grace.
Oh, you northern girls tire me. Always quick to make your opinion known, with no thought or consideration for your proper place.
Lady Mira is northern, Your Grace, and new to King's Landing and its politics. She speaks her mind, but means no offense, Your Grace.
Je vais pas t'offenser, mais je dis ce que
Is
je
your
pense.
house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent, and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions, while in fact saying nothing at all.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
To our mutual benefit, Your Grace.
And at the pleasure of your king. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
I won't dishonor myself, Your Grace.
I see.
Je veux jamais me déshonorer.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
Merci. Tyrion, je t'aime, simplement.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
She was just following her heart, Your Grace.
And the very same heart so quickly led her to my son.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she would...
Let the girl answer the question. Go on.
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games. Who do you choose?
I must choose Marjorie, Your Grace.
Clearly your handmaiden does not have her priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
She's headstrong, isn't she? Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl. But not very encouraging either. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Désolée Marjorie si j'ai fait des erreurs, mais je suis vraiment honnête. Que tu saches. À 100%. Tyrion!
I'll walk you out.
Oui, avec plaisir, Tyrion.
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
Toujours aussi gentil, Tyrion.
You were brave to declare your loyalty to Lady Marjorie. No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei, she will not soon forget what you said.
C'est ce que je
It
pense.
was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I wasn't trying to please her.
I think that was clear to everyone. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure Ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Thank you, Tyrion. Je sais pas comment on dit en anglais. Merci beaucoup. Tyrion, c'est un plaisir. Là, je suis dans le jeu, là, je l'adore.
Mira,
I was worried. Toujours ça fond dans les jeux.
How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. But at least it's over now.
Ouais.
Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife. We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
Joffrey?
He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Joffrey, c'est psychopathe.
I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the Seven
Non
Kingdoms.
merci. Je préfère Tommen, mais pas Joffrey. Tommen, pas de problème. Mais pas Joffrey, non.
Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister.
Oh oui.
What a perfect match.
Ils sont beaux, c'est le meilleur couple, je suis désolée.
And...
What are you doing?
Well... We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was rather disappointed by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Bien sûr.
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important. I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
Bien sûr.
It's about my family.
I trust her. Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa. My mother feels it is urgent, my lady. She's unfamiliar with King's Landing and its politics. I hope you can understand that.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Merci.
Thank you, my
Je veux
lady.
pas non plus qu'elle soit en danger
I will
parce
send a
que
raven to my family
non.
at once.
J'ai pas vu qu'elle soit en danger non plus, hein. Donc au moins je lui ai demandé, je lui ai dit ce que ma mère voulait faire et après le reste on verra. Gareth. N'aie pas peur, caresse-le.
Seven elves.
J'ai même pas d'armes.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
Oh mon dieu. Oh mon dieu, il est horrible ce mec. Je te dis, il est vraiment horrible.
Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have full enough practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets, but the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it? These Foresters.
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Listen.
Ils l'ont mis moche hein, quand même.
There.
Enfin, il a dit un peu bizarre, je trouve.
Hear that? I know I heard something. Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
S'ils m'ont laissé le choix, c'est que je pouvais, qu'il allait pas me voir. Oh, qu'est-ce que je vais faire? Vraiment, Ramsay, heureusement que Josto l'a tué parce que c'est vraiment un psychopathe, vraiment. Je sais pas si c'est à cause de son père, de son... je sais pas. En tout cas, c'est un gros psychopathe. C'est tout ce que je sais.
Bloody hell!
Lord Ethan! As I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forrester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise and courageous in battle.
Why are you telling me this?
To help you rule, Lord Ethan. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forrester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forrester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven, son of the Lord. Move! Summon the Lord! We need his judgment.
Qu'est-ce qu'il fait, l'autre?
I've done nothing wrong! I was only trying to survive!
Lord Ethan. Mason.
Why did you kick this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
Qu'est-ce qu'il a fait?
This house is doomed! We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Why did you do it?
Because I've no wish to die. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks
He's
true.
right. I've a family to feed. And not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Que s'arrête de le frapper.
Let go. Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
Arrête!
Him as Lord.
Tu casse-pied, mon gars.
Lord Ethan,
Dis-lui,
you must
Ethan.
decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it
The men
is.
need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
You can send him to the wall.
Give us justice.
I will decide.
Send him to the wall. Take his fingers. Thief. If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It'll be an injustice, my lord. Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
Our house tends to its people. See, this man is paid and his family is fed.
Lord Ethan, you are truly a merciful and noble lord.
My lord, this man is a criminal.
C'est pas un criminel.
A brazen thief.
He's also a father trying to help his children after we failed him. I cannot punish a man for our negligence.
You're rewarding a man who has no loyalty or honor.
My lord, we must speak about our gold reserves. Soon.
My lord, I thank you for the mercy you've shown me. I will never forget my debt to you and to this house.
C'est ça, tu vois. En étant gentil, les gens sont automatiquement gentils. La vie, elle est comme ça. Donc ce gars, peut-être qu'il va me sauver, ou peut-être qu'il va faire quelque chose. N'importe quoi, peut-être qu'il va rien faire. Mais au moins,
That was
il aura du
certainly
respect envers moi.
unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due.
Not just yourself, of course. You can weigh on any lord.
It's a lord's duty, so I did it.
You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom.
And I'm sure you think you'd be the perfect choice.
Me?
C'est vrai.
Oh, gods no. I can't get involved. I am a maester. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve as such. There are two capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the
Moi, je
opinion
prends
of people
l'oncle
close to
de...
you.
Je suis très mal crédit, je prends l'oncle.
The bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of office.
C'est comme la main de...
Tonight is your first small council meeting.
La main.
It would be wise to bestow this bracer
main de la
upon your
guerre, non?
chosen sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your sentinel will wear this for all to see.
Thank you for your counsel, Maester.
It is my duty. Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
C'est très bien à qui je vais le donner. Déjà, je vais le donner pas à toi. Pas à toi, mon pas. À lui. Lui, je l'aime bien. C'est l'oncle de Gareth. De moi. Enfin, l'autre moi. Je sais très bien, ouais, je vais parler à Gareth. À l'oncle. Donc Duncan.
Duncan.
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider. You face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
Would you want to be the sentinel?
More than you can imagine, my lord. With all due respect for Sir Royland, there's no one better suited to the role than me.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
Duncan, I've decided to name you as my sentinel. Congratulations.
Why, thank you, my lord. I'm honored. But are you sure?
Yes, of course. I'm convinced you're the man for the job.
Then I accept. But first, you must summon the small council, my lord, to make it official.
Right. I'll tell Maester Ortengren to do it at once.
Ouais, c'est... Ouais.
Flash right. That means now.
Qu'est-ce qu'il fait?
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
Lui, j'aime pas trop, honnêtement.
Duncan Tuttle, you will be my sentinel.
Tuttle? This is reckless. Lord Ethan has made his choice. I will not disappoint you, my lord.
Now, Sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scouts say he's only a day's ride from here, with no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
We can handle Ramsay Snow. He doesn't scare me.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate.
Je crois pas non plus.
Answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls.
Il faut essayer de parler.
You named me Sentinel.
Il faut pas l'ignorer pour autant. Oh.
He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council.
Let Sir Royland speak.
Bien sûr.
I'd like to hear what he has to say. Sir Royland.
No. You chose your sentinel. He should speak on this.
Sir Royland is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not.
D'accord.
We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
Gentlemen, please.
Pour moi, il faut d'abord parler. Si ça marche pas.
Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
Mother, what do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Qu'est-ce qu'il veut?
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough.
Ok, donc la diplomatie. La diplomatie, c'est je vais voir c'est quoi diplomate pour pas me faire de bêtises et pour être sûr à 100% de mon choix parce que moi je suis à fond dedans. Je suis trop à fond dedans et je dois faire pas... C'est bon, là je suis dans le jeu, là c'est bon. Diplomatie... Heureusement il n'y a pas de temps parce que ça me ferait stress. Diplomatie, c'est un peu persuader. C'est quoi? Ils ont dit quoi? Ils ont dit exactement. Voilà, négocier. Négocier. Régler un problème sans violence. C'est la diplomatie. Donc, conclure un marché. Marché, j'aime pas trop parce que ça. Conclure un marché, c'est comme une dette, on va dire, je crois. Parce qu'à mes yeux, c'est un peu comme ça. Et j'aime pas trop ça. Et nous nous on n'a pas assez de gars et c'est beaucoup trop dangereux et je crois qu'on va perdre ou alors perdre énormément de gars. Donc je pense vraiment qu'on va utiliser la diplomatie ou conclure un marché, mais la diplomatie je crois que c'est mieux.
My new sentinel favors a certain approach and I agree. I shall use diplomacy with Lord Snow. I would be foolish to pick a fight without negotiating first.
Exactement.
I'll
Ce que je disais.
offer our allegiance.
Merci.
And try to reach a reasonable agreement.
D'abord négocier puis bagarrer. Ça rime en plus donc c'est
If you aren't
incroyable.
ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
J'ai pas dit que je n'étais pas prêt, j'ai dit que je préférais que ce soit ma deuxième solution. Ouais mec, respecte ma décision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are of course here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival. Invite him into this hall and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd. You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster.
Non,
Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
Lord Ethan?
Je ferai attendre Ramsay aux portes. J'habiterai Ramsay dans le grand hall, en sachant que Ramsay c'est le fils du roi, normalement, le roi Bolton. C'est son fils. Enfin, son fils, c'est Snow, donc c'est son fils, on va dire, son bâtard, quoi. Mais ça reste quand même son fils, en sachant que c'est quand même le fils du roi. Le faire attendre, non. Je crois que ça le fera un peu plus rager, je crois. Donc, je l'invite. Si Bah, je fais vachement vite. Et au pire, je pourrais lui dire dégage mon gars, quoi. Pas de problème, quoi. C'est chez moi.
I will meet him in the Great Hall.
A wise move, my lord.
It's careless. Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong?
That's enough, Royland. Lord Ethan has given his command.
How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house.
C'est pour ça que tu n'es pas sentinelle, monsieur.
You're likely to get us all killed.
Get out.
You'll regret that, my lord.
Il est casse-pied, hein?
Apologies, my son. I had expected better of him. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do.
En fait, il me met plus la pression qu'autre chose, ce monsieur.
You will meet
Vraiment.
Ramsay Snow in the Great Hall, and we will not offer our ironwood.
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house. There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter, but what's more, he has the will to fight, a hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
Why would you bring him back after you exiled him?
He exiled himself. He has no desire to rule. Asher is volatile, but that is his strength too. Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you.
Je suis pas d'accord avec ce qu'il dit, je suis désolée.
You're a thinker, Ethan. You contemplate, and a lord needs that. But a lord also needs swords. I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan,
je suis d'accord, j'ai envie qu'il vienne.
Let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Asher, il a l'air d'être quelqu'un de bien. J'ai bien envie de le rencontrer.
Thank you, Ethan.
Et un combattant de plus,
I'm glad you will let
pas
me
du tout
do
mal.
this.
Avec plaisir,
Know that
maman.
you never stand alone. You are a Forrester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Oh, ça pas trop sûr. C'est chaud. L'épisode il se termine jamais ou quoi? Tant mieux, hein, c'est cool. Mais je vais pas le voler quand même. Si c'est pas à moi, remets-le, frérot. Elle repose, c'est pas à toi, frère.
Marjorie? Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know. Thank you. Mira, look. The other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear
Franchement,
for
je
her.
comprends complètement, t'inquiète pas.
I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. I can't imagine how you must feel.
You're sweet to offer, Sarah. Thank you.
Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know I will be here for you if you ever...
Merci beaucoup. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Ça va?
My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Are you all right, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him.
I'm so sorry, my lady. I should never have asked you for the king's help. Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find some way to forgive me.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Milady.
Oui?
Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
I'm glad to see you.
Thank you, milady. I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like.
Ça me dérange que j'ai complètement oublié que je dois baisser ma caméra pour voir ce qui est écrit au-dessus. Voilà. Je crois que c'est bon.
And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies.
Je te fais confiance complètement.
Hopefully I've proven
je
us to be useful to you.
Je fais confiance à tout le monde en vrai.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Non, je te fais
Please
confiance.
don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
Merci. Oui. Je l'aime bien, lui, il est super gentil avec moi. Ça me fait plaisir.
Where's Sir Royland?
Déjà?
He should be here. The man values pride more than honor. We'll do without him. And without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men stand ready to act if needed.
Our plan is a good one. It will work so long as everyone does their part.
Aïe aïe. Je sais pas du tout. Qu'est-ce qui va se passer?
Isn't this a lovely pile of timber? Not the place I'd want to be if there was a fire.
Ironwood is near impervious to flame, my lord.
Is it?
May I introduce Lord Ramsay of House Bolton, son of Roose Bolton? Although a bastard, Lord Ramsay has the full authority of
Thank
the
you,
Warden
Lord.
of the...
That's enough. Who is this little boy? Is he lost?
Lord Ramsay, welcome to Ironrath.
Aren't you the little lord? Lord Whitehall told me you were young, but this... Look at you.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Ironwood.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much.
Your father will appreciate it, I hope. Our ironwood is highly sought after.
My father is not so easily impressed. Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn.
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently. Look at that. More Foresters.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
What is it you want, Lord Ramsay?
What do I want? Everything. Nothing. We'll see. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say.
Pourquoi je m'agenouillerais devant toi?
Only kneel to the king.
Voilà.
Is not the Warden also deserving of your respect? But then, I am not my father.
Ouais, t'es pas ton père, frère, t'es pas roi.
Is what you meant
Je m'agenouille pas devant toi.
See? He's a fucking traitor, just like his father and brother.
Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
You needn't worry. Your father will have what he needs.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton.
He was within his right. They killed his family.
His right? He killed a loyal soldier in my father's army. Then you welcomed me into your hall like a proper lord, hoping I wouldn't linger outside long enough to notice your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your Ironwood from this day forward.
What?
What? The Ironwood? But...
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
The Foresters have been tending Ironwood for thousands of years. The Whitehills had Ironwood, once, but now those hills are bare. Do you want Ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
Bien dit.
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your Ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath? That we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
This will cause more trouble, not less.
Not for me.
Ils ont déjà tout prévu, punaise, c'est des malades.
You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
You have no right. Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Duncan, don't.
Look at this, little Forrester. You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Ah, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother. I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
Enough, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Tu vas pas la prendre, mon
Do you
gars.
like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. I suppose you can stay. Aren't you the bold lord?
Ethan! No! What have you done? No!
But I don't want bold lord. Far too much trouble.
Ethan! Ethan! No! No! No!
I knew you'd bend the knee eventually. I think we've come to an understanding.
Lord Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
What have you done?
However, the Forresters need to keep their end of the bargain. Take the blade.
No!
Kill him. Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him! Fetch the mace so quickly!
You brought this. Stop!
Don't let him take me!
Let it go!
Stop them! Ryan,
Stop it!
bring them to Ryan! Do something! My son.
Ethan! Oh, non, c'était mon préféré. Non, c'était mon petit chouchou, Ethan.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all.
Comment ça?
He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader.
Lord
Il m'a tué.
me, Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister
Il m'a
asked to
tué.
swear loyalty to her son.
Je suis
and
choquée,
you
il m'a
have
tué.
refused.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties.
Jon Snow!
Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged.
Ouais, ouais, elle doit être vengée, sa mort, c'est quoi ça?
Ryan is home again. Our house will not fall.
C'était le petit?
We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Je suis choquée. Ethan, moi, je suis morte. Vous êtes... Hein? Je suis choquée. Mais c'est incroyable qu'on puisse... Jon Snow. Mais c'est vraiment incroyable que le personnage principal, moi, tout simplement, je peux mourir, quoi. Je trouve ça fou. Alors je peux mourir. Je trouve ça vraiment fou. C'est un jeu de malade en fait, vraiment. C'est vraiment un jeu de fou. Parce que je peux mourir moi-même, donc je trouve ça vraiment incroyable.